has something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling, bitch, I'm humbling. Keep mumbling, I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing. I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling, bitch, I'm humbling. Keep mumbling, I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing, you've got nothing. I'll keep hustling. Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard, till you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing. Anybody else who is rapping, I'm nasty. Ain't nobody able to catch me, they gasping. They cannot compare, they can't match me, I'm at half speed. I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me, smash with me, she savage, she wants cash money, and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive, one day I'll have what I want. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand, I got a plan, I'm the man, now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody else who tests me, I'm ready, looking at my hand and it's empty, I'm trending, ascending and blending, lyrical bending, now I'm spreading and getting my name out now, yeah, they hear me laugh, all the crowds repping the sound, I'm hitting the ground, running, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome, I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah, I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive, I fight to live, I fight to strive, one day I'll have what I want in life.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
From the heathens, got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go, we
Hey guys, hey guys, sorry about that. A little bit of voice crack to start the stream. That's a good sign. Hey there everyone, hope you're all doing okay. I thought of trying something new. I put on a little bit of a music for you guys. Let me know if you don't like that. Because I thought I watched back my streams a little bit, and I noticed that
I'm sure I've forgotten something.
they're a little bit on the quieter side every now and again when I stop talking. So I'll put equalizer on, so it shouldn't be too loud for you. And I know the Genshin music is a little bit quieter every now and again, unless it's like a high fight or something. So I just found some music that I thought would be quite fitting for a chill stream. And yeah, I thought it would be nice to have some audio tracks going on for your enjoyment, guys. But yeah, let me know if you're into it. I tried to make it so it's not too loud, and that my voice is still like semi-clear at least. But yeah, hey everyone, hey Liz, hey Alex, hopefully you guys doing okay. So, today, I think we're just gonna do a little bit of exploration. I think we're gonna catch up a little bit on a story quest as well. The thing is, my plan is on Saturday to do the entire Inazuma quest in one go. So, the same thing as we did with Leeway a few weeks back, I'm gonna do the same thing with Inazuma. So, in order to do that, we need to get prepared. So, to do that, we kind of need to do a few quests here and there. And also start doing these types of quests in order to just clear them out. But yeah, basically, that's what we're gonna be up to. Maybe do a little bit of side questing as well, because we have plenty. So, it's plenty.
I smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today.
Plenty of stuff to do today. Let's start with what's quest stopping us from doing it. Let's see. Guild affairs. So that would be this one. So let's begin. Well, I'll catch up with you guys, see what you've been up to. So me myself haven't been up to much. Yesterday, just kind of chilled. I was trying to do a video yesterday. I got a pretty cool idea, which I thought you might enjoy. I didn't record it yet, but I kind of just wrote some notes down. It's a tier list, to give you a clue. And that tier list is based on something that I'm sure we all enjoy. I'm not going to give you spoilers, because I think it would be pretty interesting. But I'll try to make it tomorrow, because I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow since I have a family dinner of sorts, so I gotta go there, but I'll see if I get some time to record it. Because I haven't done one of those in a while, and I've enjoyed making them in the past. And if you know anything about me and tier lists, I don't like making them simple. I like making them boring and tedious. I don't want to rank like power scales. I don't care about who's the strongest. I couldn't care less. What I care about is important stuff. Like who's the richest one? Who's like the thirstiest one? Just to give you a few examples of what I did in the past. That's what I truly care about. And the one that I'm gonna make is about assets. Now, if you isolate a certain word in assets, you'll probably realize what I'm gonna make it about. That's as far as I'm gonna go. And I had some ideas for it. And I almost lost my mind while writing those ideas, because I don't want to make it like obvious what I'm talking about while making the video. I want to make it as ambiguous as possible, because I feel like that's going to be the most fun way of approaching it. But yeah, that's basically the entire idea I had. Because I haven't done one of those in a while, and they used to be my bread and butter. I used to make them one a week. I made like 4, I think, when I just started YouTube. And goddamn, those videos are probably the most fun I had. Because I would just go off on them. I would just make them from my brain. I didn't write script for them, nothing. The only thing I did is between every single character I would pause and kind of give myself a minute to think before I say something. Except my first video, don't watch it, but that was something. I still didn't recover from it. Because on that one, I didn't even edit it. I just went off. Because I thought that would be ideal. To make a good impression. Which turned out to be a disaster. And which I learned from. And started making actual stuff that makes sense. And is not just me losing my mind for 30 minutes straight. Which is majority of my videos anyway, but you know. It is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. Read a few new manhwas as well.
Weather's not bad today. Oh, crud.
Oh, I'm doing right as well, guys. Just, you know, as I said, been just chilling for a bit. Because I decided not to do daily streams, because I feel like when I'm doing daily streams, I kind of lose my energy. And my streams become a little bit more monotonous, and I don't have as much of a, like, you know, upbeat attitude. So I feel like the best way of streaming is one every other day. To you know, keep you on your toes, guys. To give you, like, the best possible experience I can. Oh, hey there, Greg. I was just talking about the new video ideas I had, and just what I've been up to in general. I feel like you will particularly enjoy that one. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm sure some of you can guess from what I said already. Oh, also, Greg, I put on some music. Just let me know what you think, because I felt like, in case I'm a little bit on the quieter side, if we like doing a quest or something, I felt like it would be nice to have some musical accompaniment. I try to pick the music that is not like too intrusive and is like more on a chill side. Plus it's from one of my favorite artists as well, and it's copyright free, which is the most important part, because I don't want to get DMCA my ass out of existence, because the stream could get muted and I don't want that. But yeah, that's basically why. I was thinking of putting like Genshin music, but then I think it would clash with already existing Genshin music, so I didn't do that. Because I was thinking of just blasting like Paul Osmos music, but I felt like I would lose my mind after like the first hour of it. Which is not a bad thing by any means, but you know, don't want to make it too how would I say it? Crazy of a stream, you know. You gotta keep my energy a little bit down every now and again. Otherwise, every stream is just gonna be, you know, me talking about tea. And some of you might like that, but I can't do it all the time. My brain can only take so much insanity to begin with before I start losing my mind for real. Anyway, let's continue.
Life is a nuisance, tie-ups and loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know.
I just felt like it's the most like chill music I can find, instead of like, because I'm not particular like, I listen to rock music, but I know rock music might not be for everyone. That's why I didn't pick that. Plus, it's very hard to find royalty-free music, Greg. It's no easy. I try to look high and low, and majority of the music is copyrighted. And unfortunately on YouTube, if you listen to copyright music on stream, your stream get muted. So yeah.
Yes, yes. They have the audacity to go after anything. 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures?
I think I'll bob and pop the dialogue music and just tone down the Genshin music itself. I think that would be probably ideal.
Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Also, let me know if you guys want me to read, like, side dialogue. Because I don't mind, but I'm just curious if you care at all. Because usually I just skip it. But if you guys want to listen to it, I'll gladly voice over it for you. I'll even put on some effort and voice different characters, if you are into that.
Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lon? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello.
Goddamn it, Greg, you son of a gun. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Don't expect my best performance, because I don't want to ruin my voice. But I'll try. Fine.
We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarder should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry.
Fine, goddammit. You lucky, I'm in a good mood today. I'll give you all you want, guys. But, also, I kind of want to know your opinion. I was thinking of making a stream where we like pick a manga collectively as a community and read it together. So I would share my screen and I would read it for you guys and we kind of would experience it together. I kind of thought of sharing it in Discord, but since we're already live, I thought I'd hear your opinion on it. Because as you know, I'm a manga addict and I kind of thought it would be fun to share it with you. We can actually, we can read Genshin manga. How about that? How about we pick a day, I'd say Sunday, and we actually read Genshin manga. What do you think about that? I think that would be fun, and we're gonna learn a lot, because let me tell you something, Genshin manga is actually good. So, we're gonna learn a lot of stuff. I'd say, Alex, I'd say we do it on Sunday, which is probably when most people have like the most time. And I'll try to do it at a time that like kind of suits everyone, so I'll do it maybe like 3 to 5 o'clock at evening. I'd say that's probably like when most people are free. Because I felt like you guys enjoy me reading, and I enjoy reading myself, and I felt like, you know, combine the two, put 1 and 2, 1 to 1, and you get what the result. That's me, voiceover different characters. I'll also showcase you like my actual voiceover voice, because I don't think I did it before. Because the last time I voiced some stuff, I actually didn't try. So if I actually do try to voice characters, I feel like that's going to be a little bit more fun. It's going to be a nice experience for you, everyone. At least I hope.
Treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
I mean, we might do it on Saturday. I still haven't decided. Like, I'll post a community poll and just see what everyone thinks. And also I'll post in Disc for you guys who are a little bit more dedicated. Because I kind of want to know just people's general opinion. Because I can do those types of stream like once a week, where we just pick like community-based manga or manhwa and just go to town on it. Like maybe even read the entire thing in one go, if it's not too long. I feel like it's gonna be a good place to like chill together and maybe even learn some stuff, because some of those mangas are actually pretty educational and expand our vocabulary, if you will. Especially those Chinese mangas and manhwas. The words they use there is even I don't understand them sometimes, and I'm pretty eloquent myself, so it's gonna be a wild ride, if you will.
Ah, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber and Mondstadt. But who's Big Sis of the South?
I won't ever give up. I will not forgive us.
We can do that as well. I can
Make it quick, yeah.
we can do a live stream where I give you guys a shot. If you want to read something, we can go in Discord in a voice channel, and I'll give you a shot to read something. How about that?
I will never give up. No, I will never give
If you want to do that as well, I'm perfectly chill. Whatever you're up to. As I said, I want to make it community based. If you want to participate,
and all I know
I'm more than happy to allow you to.
is where to go. Yeah, let's do the talk.
You're correct.
Yeah,
She's the head of the treasure hoarders.
Sup, Savik? Hopefully you're doing okay.
I understand it. The treasure hoarders all call her boss.
As I said, I enjoy voice acting, and if you guys want to practice, I'm perfectly fine with giving you a stage to do so. As long as you don't, like, you know, take it too jokingly and actually try a little bit. Because I'm all for making jokes, but you know, I just kind of want you to try at least and make it somewhat fun along the way. Because I'm not gonna take it like 100% seriously, but you know, it's nice to know that you actually guys want to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her big sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows.
I mean, I don't want you to take it like an exam type serious, but you know, just like,
On my own tour bus.
don't, you know,
Tour, bro.
try to make it as a, you know, circus. That's all I'm asking for.
Never give up.
Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside.
I just wanna live it up. I just wanna get it, bro.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly chill with me. I mean, I don't understand that some of you guys might be on the younger side. It's no like,
Ready for the love, yeah.
I need you to be, you know, like chat type
No, I will never give up.
lady or man to participate. Like, I'm perfectly fine if you are on the younger side. It's okay, and as long as you want to do it. As I say, I'm not gonna force you to actually like perform. And if you don't want to do it live, it's perfectly chill as well. We can just do it as a pastime activities every now and again as well. And if you want, I can even coach you a little bit on voice acting. I'm perfectly fine on like giving you a few tips here and there, because I actually got tips myself from professional voice actors when I try to. So some of you may know that I actually did a little bit voice acting before. It wasn't for anything like super professional, but I got to meet quite a few actual professional voice actors, and they gave me quite a few tips, and I take those tips quite far because they help me to actually become a better just speaker in general, because they introduced me to something called pitch shifting, which basically means that you shift your voice to adapt to a certain emotion better. So for example, if the emotion, let's say, is anger, right? There's different types of anger. You can be angry because you're excited. You could be angry because of obviously like sadness. There's different types of anger, right? And the way you use your voice, so let's say you're angry and you shout, right? You raise your voice, but there also can be intimidating anger. So let's say you want to intimidate someone. The way I would do it is I would lower my voice, so I would start talking in a much quieter voice, and I would try to intimidate in a sense of trying to establish dominance. Stuff like that. Basically, I learned how to do that. And took me a while. I'm not perfect at it, but it took a lot of practice.
They have already divided.
And yeah,
They will
that's
send
basically
out
why
someone to divert the Abyss Order's forces
I'm
away from
perfectly
the
fine with giving you a few tips. As I said, I'm not professional myself, but I do like voice acting, and I hope to pursue it in the future more seriously.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain grand thief from Fontaine.
yeah, I mean, there's a variety of nuances to voice acting. I'm not saying it's like you can't just, you know, rock up to audition and be like, here's my voice, here's what I can do, please hire me. No, that's not how it works. Like, obviously, like, the hardest part for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but I struggled immensely with emotional, like, speaking. So let's say fake crying. I'm a very unemotional individual. I'm rarely get sad. So to me, speaking in a very sad voice, almost tearing up, was very difficult because I couldn't figure out how to change my voice in order to express sadness. But I realized how to do it now. So, that's kinda... that was a little bit of a teaser, if you will. So basically the way I do it is I lower my voice and I try to like insert pauses into my speaking to express verge of crying. Kinda. I obviously didn't do it like expressively correctly because I didn't have like a script to go off from, but I kind of tried to improvise a little bit for you.
Man, geez.
But yeah,
That's quite
took a lot of practice
title.
and a lot of hard work in order to get to where I am now. And as I said, I'm not professional by any means, but I do know how to use my voice a little bit.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual.
Making your voice sound realistic is one of the hardest things, Alex. And it doesn't matter what kind of voice you have. You could have the voice of gods, right? But to make it sound natural when you voice act is very difficult, because usually when you voice act is very, very, very rare when you need to use your actual voice. So you can't just speak in the same way you talk normally, right? So this is my normal like voice. I'm not trying to like make it higher or lower. That's just how I talk. But let's say I'm playing a character. Let's say I'm doing a very villainous character. I'm trying to get into the mindset of somebody that thinks he's higher than everyone. Somebody that thinks he's more regal. Somebody that thinks he's above everyone. A villainous type character. I would try to emphasize the fact that I'm evil with my voice, and the voice is a very powerful weapon for that, because you can emphasize your emotions, your intentions, and really relay them basically. Kind of like that. I have a hard time doing it on the spot because usually I need to like mentally prepare myself, but you know, I'm trying my best to explain it to you in the easiest way possible, if that makes sense.
The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers.
Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, I still have a very, very hard time like doing improv acting, voice acting, because I need to have like a script in front of me in order to actually like do my best. I knew some people that can just go off. Basically, you don't need to just tell them like how to, what type of character to perform. Like, I have a buddy of mine. We're not really friends, but like we are good acquaintances. And he is a professional voice actor. And whenever I talk to him, just to mess with me sometimes, he would be like, give me a voice. Because he knows I like voice acting, so he kind of likes to keep me on my toes. And I'm like, okay, fine. Sadness. Give me sadness. What kind of sadness? All right. I don't know. Give me a little girl sadness. And he's the type of guy that can do like any voice. High, low, it doesn't matter. So he would rock up with like a child crying noise. Out of nowhere, just starting going off. And it makes me so goddamn bad because he knows I want to do that as well, but like my voice is not equipped to like go to those type of notes. And I'm not very good, as I said, emotional acting. So it's he just messes with me like that. Those kind of friends I have. Goddamn assholes. Anyway.
Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tavat travel guide then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Leo and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
Improv is actually a very, very good field to get into, especially when you're younger. Because I was very, very grateful to my theater teacher, like, because she taught me improv. She gradually taught me how to be more confident with improvising. Because one thing that I learned that helped me immensely is to not be afraid. Because it's very easy to be afraid of improv. Like, if you watch my stream for a while, you know that sometimes I go off on the randomest topics ever. And usually I kind of lead them into conclusion that kind of makes sense. But sometimes I don't. Sometimes I, like with a tea bit that I had, I didn't really have a conclusion for it. I just kind of went off on it because I felt it's kind of funny. And you guys seem to enjoy it. So that's what I mean, do not be afraid, even if it's the dumbest thing possible. Because if some of you didn't remember, I started talking about cats having nukes, right? With tea related stuff. I don't know how I went to that point, but I did. And that was one of the stupidest things I ever said, but I didn't back out. Why? Because obviously I felt like it was funny. And a lot of people in my place would probably back out of it and just like kind of move on, but I don't. I keep pressing on until I feel like it's not funny anymore. And I feel like that's what a lot of people struggle with. The struggle to like feel the room. And obviously if nobody laughs, it's kind of tough. But when you see reactions of other people, you just kind of gotta play off them. That's what I learned in improv. Like, you gotta improvise based on reaction of other people. And that's the best way of acting that I found, for me. Because I'm a very socially awkward person. Not in the sense of I can't socialize, but in a sense of I have a very hard time to, like, beginning. So I have a hard time to, like, let's say, if I'm telling a joke, right? It needs to be in the company of people that I know. Otherwise, I'm nervous, right? But in a company of people that I already know, I go off easily. That's kind of where I'm struggling still, to this day. With, like, not really self-confidence, but more like self-motivation to, like, approach random people. That was one of the reasons why I actually started YouTube to begin with. Was to gain more confidence talking to strangers. And just to practice more than anything. And then, you know what? Some people enjoyed my rambling, and here we are. Almost half a year later. Well, not really. I mean, I started streaming like about 3 months ago. But, you know, still. That's kind of my thoughts on it.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millilith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity.
That is wise words, Savik. I always say, I'd rather hear a bad joke that is original than a good joke that I heard a million times. And I would die for those words, because when you try to be funny and fail, at least you tried. But when you try to be funny just by copying someone, I feel like that's not the way to do it. Because there's nothing worse than not having a personality of your own. There's nothing wrong with borrowing from other people's personality, because that's what I did as well. I mean, I'm not this flamboyant, handsome gentleman that you know me as, you know? I was an awkward kid as well, and I was looking for guidance. And I borrowed some stuff from people I like to watch, and I made it mine. And I just adapted to my own personality and kind of developed it and made it grow into what you see today. Because even 5 years ago, I wasn't like this. I was more shy, I was more reserved, but I grew as a person and developed. That's kind of how it is, really, with anything, I guess. It's not really like I made it, like I'm talking like I discovered the wheel again, when all I did was just grow. Both. Well, I guess I grew physically as well. I mean, I was always a tall lad, but I grew even more. I was one... on a side note, I was always, like, the tallest kid in my group. And in school in general. Like, within my year. So... whenever I grew more, I was, like, always afraid of becoming Shaq of my year, you know? I never wanted to be, like, this huge lad that would, like, grab a water ball and it would seem like... like a child's toy in my hand. I was always afraid of that. Because I think I grew to 6 feet at the age of like 15. And I think I went to 6'4" till at 18 or 19. And after that, I think I kind of stagnated. Which I actually appreciate, because I feel like 6'4" is a pretty good place to stop. I don't think any more is required. If I do say so myself.
But anything related to the abyss makes me feel like there's...
Oh, hey Jeff. Hopefully you're doing okay.
unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Leave this commission to us.
I don't think you missed much, Jeff. Just me rambling about my experiences in general. Liz, honestly, the best jokes are the ones that are not pre-planned. Because anything I say on streams, I never think about beforehand. Like the milkman bit that we did, it all came out in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and it was done by all of us. So don't say, like, you are not good at jokes, because I know you guys are funny. You can be funny when you try. Except Greg. Greg is always, like, hilarious to begin with. Greg is, like, the one that knows how to improve the bit, no matter what I say. He's, like, the one that always adds up to it. He's, like, the one guy that would add the oil to the flame and make it bigger, no matter what I say. And sometimes I appreciate it, and sometimes I'm regretful that I allow him that power. But you know what? It is what it is.
Thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of this commission.
Plus, always remember, guys, I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing it with all of you, so... I'm going off your energy more than anything. If I was here alone, I don't think I would be able to crack up jokes effortlessly, you know? I think... So, whatever you think you're not funny, remember that without you, I wouldn't be funny either. So, there's something to think about there. Right, let me tweak music a little bit, I think, just to make voices a little bit louder and the Genshin music a little bit lower. Let's do maybe like 2 for music and dialogue maybe at 7. I think that would be pretty good. Yeah, that should be nice. Alright, let's go do the quest. We've been standing here for like a good 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure Catherine already told us her entire life story by then. How she was made on a factory. It's Shaznia, but you know what? We had deep talk to be had. And talk we had. Greg, I mean, no worries. As I always say, you know, I don't really like when you bring yourself down, because I know that you are a great dude. And I want you to know that as well. Like, no matter what you're going through, at the end of the day, know this, you have a fan in me. Because if it wasn't for you, some of the funniest bits that we had on live streams wouldn't happen. And goddammit, you should be proud of that. You are one of the reasons why streams could be as fun as they are. And I want you to know that. along with all the other guys, you are like the perpetrator for majority of the bits that we have here. And that's something great, you know? It might not be like the greatest thing ever, but know this, that you make other people's day a little bit better, along with me. And a bunch of other people. And that counts as something. Alright, enough soapy stuff. Let's actually get back to business.
And I hate the time just keeps on moving. I don't get why it feels like it's looping. I wish that I knew what I was doing, and
I wish somebody would play Genshin for me, honestly, because sometimes, goddammit, I wish I had a person that would like deal with all my daily stuff. Because I'm a lazy one. I'm like the lazy guy that wishes. Because I used to have a buddy of mine who would like grind certain games for me because I was lazy. I was always a lazy gamer. I never liked to put effort into games because I would always think of a way where I could substitute effort with smart thinking. Work smart, not hard. That's what I live by. In games, at least. So I would always find ways to cheat the system and not grind as much as I need to. Whether it would be by asking for help from other people or by, by simply not doing something. And it's kind of how I went about things majority of the time. But yeah, that's kind of how it went. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing games, but sometimes, goddamn it, I feel like I need to do something rather than I want to. And I don't like that feeling. Because it was especially hard when I used to play a lot of MMOs. And as you know, guys, if you ever played MMOs like WoW, Royal Quest, name any, really, Lineage, like whatever, you know that sometimes you just don't want to grind. Because the grind is tedious at certain points. And don't get me wrong, I like grinding. I enjoy doing like repetitive stuff every now and again. But even for me, there comes a point where like I just can't. I can't do it. Because it becomes too boring. And my ADHD just kills me from the inside. If I don't do something fun. So yeah, that was kind of, I thought I'd share. That's why I don't play Genshin daily, because I feel like if I play Genshin daily, I would not enjoy it as much. Because I play Genshin daily for about a year at one point, and goddamn, I started hating this game with a passion. And I don't want to go back to that point, because Genshin is a good game. It's just I have a very, very fickle personality when it comes to games. I'm like picky and choosy with what I play because I don't like the feeling of wasting time. So it's very hard for me to play something for more than a year. I think Genshin was one of the first games which I actually played for multiple years. And not consecutively. I still quit Genshin a few times, but I still came back, which is more than I could say for majority of the other stuff that I played. But yeah, that's kind of my history with Genshin, I guess, if you will. I thought I'd share it because I don't think I ever talked about it, except in like a video I made a while ago. But probably not many of you watched it because it wasn't that great. It was like one of my first videos. But yeah, I thought I'd share it. That was one of the reasons why I stopped buying Welkin as well. Because whenever I have a daily pass in any game, I feel like I'm forced to log in every single day. But as soon as I stopped doing that, I felt a relief of sorts, because then I just play whenever I feel like it and whenever I want to. Majority of the time I play Genshin because I like hanging out with you guys while playing Genshin.
This looks like a person.
And I feel like that's the best way of approaching it for any game. Because you should play something because you want to. You shouldn't play something because you need to. Because that's not a good place to be in. Because then the game becomes more tedious and you get bored of it much quicker. And I've been there way too many times, so I kind of learned my lesson from that.
Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something?
I mean, in Genshin, it's not as bad, I guess, because, like, when it comes to dailies in Genshin, all you really need to do is daily quests. You don't even need to, like, spend resin if you don't really want to. And the daily quests take, like, 5 minutes at most, so it's not that bad. But there's some games that definitely, like, force you to spend, like, hours on hours to just do the daily stuff. And I played many of those games, and I stopped. Just because it felt like too much. I was feeling like I have a second job, and I don't like that feeling while playing games. I don't know about you guys. I just like games to be fun. And that's why I look into games. Because I wouldn't play Genshin if I didn't feel like it was fun. I would definitely stop playing as soon as I felt like it was a chore more than anything. But luckily, I haven't felt that feeling in a while. And I feel like streaming Genshin is one of the reasons I hang out with you guys while doing it. Because I definitely wouldn't want to do this by myself. Because I already seen all of these quests like 3 times maybe. So it's not interesting for me. But while you hang out with you guys, I feel like I can enjoy it again. Because it's a new experience, if you will. Experience it together with other people. I feel like it's more enjoyable.
That's...
I was never one of those people that would go to like random players' worlds and help them. I don't know if it's because I'm an unhelpful son of a gun, but you know what? I'm just like... I just feel intimidated by unknown people, you know? Whenever I would just rock up into their world with my Zhongli, I would feel like I would need to assert my dominance by placing pillars everywhere. And that's too much of a burden. Because other people would get intimidated by my Zhongli as well, and like, they would just kick me out. Because I felt too much of a masculine energy. Too much of a handsomeness Zhongli in powers. And they couldn't handle it. And when you put that pillar, you know that you establish the hierarchy straight up. And some people can't handle it. And that is unfortunate, as it is. Anyway, let's continue.
Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right?
Alex, do not talk about flexing, because Greg will get the... Greg has like an obsession with flexing. That man is unstoppable. Like, whenever he hears the word flexing, it's like a trigger word for him. He like has a Winter Soldier episode. Just like rocks back in his chair and like the flexing Greg comes out to play. And whenever he does it, he just doesn't remember it. It's like a flash. Just gone. The memory gone. Goes back to regular Greg. Never remembers a thing. So just do not mention flexing in front of that man, because it's dangerous.
But this statue is holding... What is that?
Actually, while we're in this quest, I was always wondering about, like, this glowing orb thingy. Because, like, it kind of feels like upside down cross situation. And I was always wondering, if they're gods, are they demons in Teod? Because when you think about it, Celestia is kind of like a heaven. And Abyss technically is kind of like hell. But we didn't really see any demons. So, I wonder, is there a demon world? And if there is, where are the hot demons? Where's like the buff demon dudes? Because I want to see that. I want to see like Zhongli but evil. That's what I want to see. Like, give me Zhongli material, but evil. With, like, wings and everything. And maybe, like, a cool haircut. Just make him like Zhongli, but make his hair, like, black. That's all I want. And give him, like, a cool, like, black and red suit. That's all I want. That would be dope.
Paimon has a really bad feeling about this.
Is that actually the case? I didn't know that, Savik. That is kind of cool. Because I thought Archons was just made up wood. I didn't even know that's like a real thing. I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know that? I don't know Chinese law. Listen. So, are we saying that Zhongli is a demon lord? Because if that is the case, are we gonna have an evil Zhongli at some point? Are we gonna have evil Zhongli? He's gonna be like Aizen. He's just gonna flip his hair up and just have like a little, you know, hair dangling from his head, and just gonna turn into evil Zhongli, start dressing in all white, and just like rock up to places as a Chad that he is. Just started throwing pillars everywhere. Because if that is the case, I want to see it. I'm down for that.
And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's...
Guys, I like how you presume that I know these things, you know? I'm not that knowledgeable, okay? I appreciate that you're telling me this now, but you know what? My theory still stands. Where are the demons? Barbatos isn't... No, there's... I swear, Greg. Alright, let me check. Alright, you got me there. Yeah, but like, the thing is, I know that Barbatos is one of the demons. I know that. But the thing is, he doesn't have the same power as Venti. It's just the name. Like, it still could mean something else. Just because it's the name of a demon, Greg, doesn't mean Venti is a demon, you know? It's a name. Like, just because it's based on an actual law, probably, that I'm unaware of, doesn't mean that Venti is a demon. I know that, Greg. I googled it right now. But... Listen. Raiden actually is a Japanese god of thunder. So don't get me started there, Greg. It's not a demon. It's a god. It's a god of lightning. Raiden is a god of lightning in Japanese. I know that. Don't you dare tell me it's a demon, because Raiden is not a demon. I know that. And Zhongli, like, Morax is not a demon, is it? Is Morax a demon? I don't know that one, actually. Let me Google it before I make a fool of myself. Wait, give me a second. Morax, meaning, what is it? Alright, I'm proving it wrong yet again. Apparently, it is a demon. But I still stand by my point that Raiden is not a demon, and I'll live by that. Raiden is a god. God damn it.
Hello? Are you okay, mister?
I know that Futui, like the Harbingers, are actually based on... Listen. The Harbingers are actually based on, like, folklore stories, like different tales and whatnot. Like, obviously, the daughter is based on Pierre story. The I don't really know what child is based on, but I'm sure there's one that I just don't know about. The other ones, I think I read somewhere that like the black haired dude is based on something as well. Not sure about the masked guy, but I think like at least 5 of them are based on actual stories. And I think that's where they come from. I could be wrong. I didn't know that, Jeff. I'm gonna be real with you. I just googled what's a synonym for light, and that's what came up. I didn't know that's an angel. And I'm ashamed of myself I don't know that, but now I do. It was all pre-planned, really, when you think about it. I allowed you guys to teach me those things, you know? Just so we learn together. That's why I didn't know them beforehand, because I knew you guys are smart. I knew you would tell me those things. So that's why I didn't learn them myself. And that's really what it's all about, learning as a community. Because goddamn, I clearly can't learn by myself. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I feel like, the thing about me, guys, sometimes I feel smart. But the thing is, it's all an illusion. Because in reality, I'm a man that is as dumb as a wooden block. But sometimes I trick people into thinking I'm smart with the knowledge that I acquire through nefarious means. Unbelievable. Listen, Sapik, it was all according to plan. We all know this. If Eisen ever told me anything, is you need to move 30 steps ahead of your opponents. You need to have like their entire life pre-planned. Like you think you got me cornered right now, but I'm like 10 steps ahead of you guys. I'm like thinking about the next months already. While you're still living today. That's how deep my planning goes. And obviously, as any plan should have, there should be some tomfoolery going on as you think you got me. But in reality, I'm the one that controlling the show here. So, who's got who here?
It doesn't feel so good.
Greg, I can't even argue with that one. Because, god damn it, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't know half I know about Genshin. Because I learn something new every single day, just because of how much of a lore nerds you are. I'm glad that I have such a intellectual community that is so much smarter than me that can just teach me things without me having to resort to Google. It's really a blessing. Because you guys like a living you're like a living Google for me. I can just ask you a question and most likely I will get an answer back. That's truly something good. Because it saves me time. It makes me feel smart, honestly, because I feel like we learn stuff together every day. That's what it's all about.
Let's get out of here. And fast. We should report back to Ganyu and Ron.
Oh, if we talk about IQ, mine is probably like 1 at best, and that's because just one brain cell just keeps hanging in there. Are you kidding me? From the amount of T-talk I had, their brain cell just probably deteriorating as we speak. It's like barely hanging in there. It probably will be gone by the end of the stream, if I'm being honest. Alright, time to make a quick getaway. Don't want to get eroded. Those goddamn bubbles. That's a real enemy. That's a real enemy of Genshin Impact, I was about to say. But apparently the real enemy along the way is our own hubris. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a pickle. Alright, let's do this again. In a smart way this time. Which is probably not gonna happen, knowing me. You see, this is all according to plan. As a smart man would say, you gotta fail in order to succeed. And goddamn it, we're gonna fail a lot, by the looks of it. Because you know what? Success is much greater of a feeling when you experience failure. And the more failure you experience, the greater the feeling of success will be. And it's something to live by. It's something to, you know, take it with you till the end of times. We're finding quite a few chests along the way, which is nice. At least makes me feel like I accomplished something. Because by the looks of it, that's the only thing we'll accomplish today. Because my gameplay definitely not gonna show that. But at least we're getting some achievements and treasures along the way. Well, well, well. Look who it is. The Mr. Annoyance himself. Let's see what you have to say for yourself.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss.
Greg, I'm no cheater, okay? We can go out in an easy way. What would John Lee say? Would John Lee approve of us taking the easy way out? You know, you gotta struggle. As I said, in order to achieve victory and feel like you accomplished something, you gotta be defeated every now and again. Even John Lee, as great of a man as he is, would say that. He obviously never experienced defeat because he's a perfect being, but you know what? I feel like he would say the exact same things to us mere mortals.
You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price.
You see, Greg, in order to walk smart, you gotta be smart. So we failed at a step 1 already. And that's a shame. Because you know what? There's only 2 steps, and when you fail at the first one, there's really something to ponder upon, because something went terribly wrong if you fail at step 1 like that. And we gotta work on that. We gotta fix it somehow. We gotta read a little bit more books, I guess.
As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
It is what it is, Greg. Sometimes you gotta go back to the very beginning. Even if it's step 0, you gotta take it sometimes.
An Abyss Herald?
Dainsliff. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsliff, that constant annoyance in our affairs.
Alright, Mr. Angry Man, I know you pissed at everything, but like, I just got a comment. This lad is huge. We are like perfectly at a, you know, I'm just saying, if this man, you know, forced us to do things, we probably wouldn't be able to say no, considering he's twice as huge as us. But you know what? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And the smaller they are, most likely. If you know, you know.
Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide.
I'm pretty sure my dull blade has a thing to say about that.
The Abyss is unstoppable.
We'll see about that one. I don't agree with that one, Chief. And the reason why is because I have the power of friendship and Archon's on my side. I'm pretty sure that Aito has something to say about that.
This is getting interesting.
And the thing is, Aito is probably stronger than the actual Archon of Hydra. And
Illusion shattered.
the true Archon of them all, the Banner himself, is definitely not agreeing with that one.
Commit it to memory.
Now, it might not be a smart idea, some of you may think, to go against Hydra with Hydra, but that's where you were wrong, because you gotta fight fire with fire. Smart people would say.
It seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
Running away, are we? What a big man you are, and running like a little girl. Imagine Abyss Hell just turns around and just starts running. Like a little child, just crying along the way. Why don't we have a cool space magic to travel around? Why do only Abyss Hells have it?
Are you okay?
We just gotta go to our sister and be like, look, sis, hook us up. Because walking sucks. Imagine if we had that power, just zoom around anywhere we want. That would be awesome. Just like show up to Jean-Li's house and be like, we're here for some tea, kind sir.
Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them?
You see, Greg, water, fire, it's all the same at the end of the day. It's all ingredients to make tea. And that's what it's all about. Because when you think about it, every single element has something to do with tea. For example, the earth is where the tea grows, right? So Geo is where the tea originates. The pyro is what makes the tea. Well, it gives us the whole water. And the Hydra, I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain that one. It's pretty self-explanatory, okay? The Dendro is the tea leaves themselves. Now, Electro is a tricky one, but if you're smart, it's electricity that makes the tea boil. I know it's hard to believe that there's electricity in medieval ages, which is where tea is based, but when you're smart and you think about it that way, you understand. And what else we have? Cryo? Now, cryo is only if you are a connoisseur of iced tea, which is a tea, but Jean-Li unfortunately doesn't acknowledge it, so it's a bit of a tricky one. But I'm not gonna, exile you just because you are a fan of iced tea, because just between you and me, iced tea kind of slaps. Especially at summer. Jean-Li wouldn't approve, but you know what? Sometimes we gotta go against the word of our Lord and Savior. I know it sounds blasphemous, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So when you think about it that way, every single element is something to do with tea. And that's what it's all about. So, the seventh hidden element is tea. And I'm gonna stay by that theory. It's just gonna be like a big teapot that we all go into, like a training chamber in Dragon Ball. And we all train in tea art making. And that's how we defeat Celestia, by brewing the best goddamn tea in existence. And just drowning them in it. Anyway, let's continue. I'm pretty sure I made my point loud and clear.
What are you thinking about? Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
As I said, Alex, Geo is where the tea grows. You gotta pay attention. Without Earth, tea wouldn't be there. So it's all beginning with Earth. And that's why Jean-Li is the ruler of them all, because he controls the tea. He's like the mastermind that controls all of the tea supply. Because if he wanted to, he would just stop the entire tea plantation's growth. And that's why he's the big daddy of them all. Whoever has control of tea is the one that controls them all.
So, we meet again. A little sooner.
Obviously, Savik, You gotta think about it, as I said, 30 steps ahead. Madam Ping is like the beginning. She's like our training, our guru. She's like Master Roshi. She's there to teach us the way. And some people don't understand that. She's like a hidden NPC. She's like gonna be revealed as one of the strongest masters of them all. And in the end, we gotta defeat her to establish our dominance of T Empire and prove to our teacher that we surpass them. Because the current ruler is Zhongli. Zhongli is like the big daddy of them all, but Madame Ping was like the old OG. She was like the one that was ruling the T before the big daddy came in and like took over. And it's like a hidden story of Genshin Impact. Not many people know that. I'm telling you some confidential stuff right now. This type of stuff can land you in like Teyat prison for disclosing such important secrets of the world. But you know what? I'm ready to risk it all and share the gospel with you all. So I hope you feel grateful for that.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
Whenever Dainsleif shows up, I'm like, yes. Because Dainsleif is my number 2. I know Dotre is like close, but I gotta give it to OG. I gotta give it to, you know, Blonde Dad himself. Because he was there for us when Dotre was not. Dotre is like creeping in on the 3rd place, but he's not there yet. Dotre is like the cool brother that we see every now and again, but he's not there quite yet. He's not there on Zhongli's or Dainsleif level.
An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss. Though I have had my suspicions.
I mean, Dainsleif is on a quest to discover the true source of the tea. Not many people know that. Many think that Dainsleif is like fighting against Abyss in his like full-time employment. But that's all the ruse. That's what he wants you to think. What he's really after is the golden leaves themselves. He wants to obtain the truest recipe to the best tea in the world. That's what it's all about. That's what every single Archon seeks. But only Zhongli has it. Zhongli is the only one that discovered the truth. And that's why his third eye is always open. It never closes. And that's why he's the greatest of them all. Because he knows the truth. And he wants us to discover the truth for ourselves. That's why he lurks in the shadows and observes our progress without interfering. He's there, although we don't know it.
Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way!
Alex Savick, I have bad news for you. Signora is kinda... how should I say it? 6 feet under? She's, you know, playing with some mud. She went to, like, down under... not Australia, but she went on a vacation semi-permanently. And I don't think she's coming back. Yeah. Kind of rough. Big sad, honestly. Feel bad for you guys. But you know what? Stay strong. Keep that copium going. The Signora will appear one day. I support you, honestly, more than anything.
We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
There's an interesting theory, Alex. Honestly, probably the case. I mean, Aether is pretty naive. He's like a little brother, you know? He's learning. He's like on a learning curve. Our sister seems like a more mature of the twins. She seems like a, you know, like a hidden master of them all. And Aether just seems like, you know, just protagonist type guy who gets whatever he wants just because he is a protagonist. And Lamine just seems like, you know, a cool big sister that just goes through with hard work and dedication and becomes a master, while Aether just gets everything he wants thrown his way because he's protagonist. And that's why I went with Aether, because I want those protagonist powers to obtain what I truly seek, which is a Tea Master title, which is what we all want at the end of it all.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dan helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss.
I mean, it would be a problem if you have ashes in your tea. I don't know about you, Savik, but ashes should stay out of the tea. I mean, that's the only reason why we're chasing after our sibling, is to get the sweet, sweet golden tea that they have. Because, like, our twin is, like, on the verge of discovering the secret of it all. And we're, like, just there to, like, get it from them as well. Because we won't in on the action.
Shine down!
So yeah, if anybody asks you what is the point of playing Genshin Impact, just tell them, well, what is the point of living? Because what it's all about is tea. And if you're not seeking the truth, are you truly living? Or are you existing? Think about that. It's something to think at night. You know, something to keep you awake today. Because I know it will for me. That's what I think every day, you know? What is the meaning of life? And every time I think of that, the only answer emerges as tea. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner your third eye will open. And you will attain the true enlightenment. Not just in Genshin Impact, but in life itself. Greg, you can't just ask a man about his tea recipe.
They tried to ambush us?
You can't just go there, you know? That's a sacred realm where no man should intrude. Every single man's tea recipe is a fortress. It's something they treasure with their life. It's something people fight to the death for. So, my one is a lemon honey tea. A truly sacred recipe that not many know. And today, I'll share it all with you. With all of you. It's not my best tea recipe, but you know what? It's the one that I treasure the most because its simplicity is truly remarkable and the taste is exquisite unlike anything else in life. So what you need to do is plug the golden sour fruits of heavens themselves, that is lemon. You gotta cut them up. Now, what many don't know is that the peel of the lemon is where all the bitterness comes from. So if you don't want the bitterness, what you should do is first roll your lemon. The more you roll your lemon, the more juices come out. If you don't want a juicy lemon, don't roll it. But if you do want a juicy lemon, roll it first. Cut it. Quarter it first. Peel it. And then dice it. Put the diced lemon inside a cup. Take out all the seeds. You don't want that. Some people like to play it safe and just, you know, get a fake lemon. But I'm not all about that life. I'm all about the real stuff. So you take the real lemon. You do all the hard work. You appreciate it along the way. Then the tricky step is adding the honey. Now, there's many types of honey, so what do you choose? Well, you see, that's where the preference of each comes from. The way I do it is I like my honey not too sweet. So I go with flowery honey. Usually, I go with dark honey. So there's different types of honey, right? There's light honey. There's like sugary honey, the one that like you need to peel with like a spoon. I get the squeezy honey. Easy. You peel it open, you squeeze it into the cup. Goes easy, smooth like butter. So I go usually with a darker honey. So it's usually like specific type of bee, the one I get, that produces this honey. I'm not going to disclose what kind of honey because it's a secret. As I said, I'm just going to give you general recipe. You need to think of yourself that way. That way, each tea recipe shall become your own. You shouldn't base it on mine. You should make it your own. Now, what I do, which is a little bit unusual, a little bit crazy. Not many people know this. I add a tiny bit of tangerine in there. Why I do that? I don't know, but it makes it good. So I slice a tiny bit of tangerine in there just to give it a little bit of spice. To mix it up a little bit, sweet and sour, you know? Then, important part. Very important. You gotta add hot water. Now, if you don't have a kettle, you kind of failed already. You gotta get a good kettle. That's the first step, really. If you don't have a kettle, I don't know what to tell you. Get one. I know some people microwave their water, and I'm like, well, you a barbarian? Well, we live in the Stone Age here? No. You gotta get a kettle. Now, important step. Very important. You don't want to make your tea too hot because it's gonna kill off the honey completely. You gotta get it at the right temperatures. That's why you get electric kettle. Because electric kettle doesn't make your tea too hot. It makes it drinkable straight up. Because you want your tea nice and I get a cool temperature, maybe like about 495 degrees Celsius. That's where I find it the most palatable. So it's gotta be about lava hot, but not enough to burn you really. So take it for what you will. Then you take the water. I usually add filtered water. I don't take the tap water because I want my tea to be pure. So you take filtered water, you add into your kettle, you boil it. You add the water on top. Now, very important, you shouldn't add the honey before the water because it's going to dilute it too much. You add your honey after the water. I forgot to mention, very important step. Do not do it other way. Otherwise, you're going to ruin it. So you add the water, let the tea sit for about 1 minute. Then add the honey. Stir it, nice and slow. You don't want to risk it, you know. You don't want to spill your tea because that's a disaster in of itself. It's gonna get sticky. You don't want it. Now, when it comes to adding honey, don't add too much. You don't want to make it too sugary. You want to feel the lemons. You want to feel the tangerine. You want to feel the nice citrusy aroma of it all. You mix it up. You let it stay for another minute. Very important. Do not drink it straight up. You gotta let it infuse with a tea flavor of honey, of citrus. Then you drink it. Now, when you drink it, very important, put your pinky up. You want to be classy. You don't want to be a caveman about it. You gotta be classy. Pinky up and drink it. Enjoy it. Savor it, really. That's how you do it. That's what it's all about, really. Do not get the bag stuff. That's not good. You want to be proud of the tea you make. You want to be like, you know, feel like you achieved something in life. And I shared something very important with you all today. That's how I make my tea. I don't use bagged stuff. That's not what I'm all about. Sometimes, when I feel frisky, instead of a lemon, I make a berry tea. But that's a whole nother topic, really. I can talk about it for like another hour. We don't have time. That's something I'll share with you on another occasion. But that's advanced recipes. That's like, you need to be at least level 2 tea master. Like, advanced stuff, really. Can share the trade secrets straight up. But it's something we're gonna learn along the way. Let's continue.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
That's the point. Like, guys, you don't understand. You wanna have your tea as a spiritual experience, okay? It's not about drinking the tea, it's about experiencing tea. Okay? It's, as I said, very important to have your tea at least 420 degrees Celsius. You gotta have it hotter than magma. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't have it that hot, it's not gonna be good. How I make it, it's a secret, okay? I have like an active volcano in my backyard that I make it on. But if you don't have that, not everybody has a volcano. Perfectly understandable, really. But as long as you have a kettle, you probably can get that along the way. As I said, it's not going to be as spiritual experience, but you're probably still going to achieve greatness.
Oh, is that so? The traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too.
Oh, listen, dog. It's a risk you gotta take sometimes. Tea making is not, you know, a child's play here. It's a risky business to get into. And if you want to get into, you gotta be prepared to sacrifice some stuff. Like your entire soul. Because do you think I achieved this knowledge and this greatness of tea making by being a coward? No. I went straight in. I went with Jean Lee's mentality of achieving the greatness. And I got there in the end. And I, as I said, opened my third eye. The world became clear. And I never looked back since then.
Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
As I said, Jeff, it's perfectly fine. My name is Lux for a reason. Do you think I came up with the name Lux? Just for jokes? Maybe. But it has a meaning to it as well.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects.
I don't know, Greg. I mean, do you want your tea to be radioactive? That's a real question here. That's a very advanced technique right there, to have your tea give you like a third limb. I don't know if you're ready for that, honestly. But you know what? I like your spirit. That's an advanced technique that not many know about. I'm glad that you're thinking ahead. Aizen would be proud. That's like 25 steps ahead, almost at the Aizen's level. But not quite there, not quite there.
In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins.
Alright guys, come on. The next thing you're gonna say, you have like a quasar inside your room, just chilling there in the background.
However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
I mean, I agree with that, Greg. I agree with that wholeheartedly, honestly.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
As I said, a trade secret is to have your tea melt not only your taste buds, but also your entire body. Until you become a spirit yourself and achieve the true enlightenment along the way. That's not what many people. That's not something many people know. So, I'm glad we could all understand that together today. It's a great moment, honestly.
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss. But I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation.
I would argue with that. I'm pretty sure interrogation works fine. I mean, we have like a couple nuclear reactors, a sun, and a volcano in our possession at this point. So I'm pretty sure interrogation would be very smooth if we actually do it at this point, Dainsleif. We have some means, and we are ready to use them.
Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
That is their tea leaves being stolen. Truly a fate worse than death. There's one thing torturing a man physically, and then another thing stealing his tea leaves. Truly something you do not wish even upon your worst enemy. A torture no human can endure, really.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all of this.
Alright, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Alex, ooh, that's too inhumane. I can't do that. That's blasphemy right there. Cold tea? I don't know if I'm ready, honestly. It would pain my soul to waste a perfectly good tea leaves to make cold tea. Because I assume you not meaning iced tea, you mean just like putting tea leaves in a cup and pouring cold water in. And it's truly a saddening thing. That is probably against human rights at this point. But then again, I don't know if Abyss mages have human rights. So you know what? It might be fine, now that I think about it. Wait. Your sister drinks cold tea. Like, she makes the tea and then just leaves it until it's cold. Alex, I'm pretty sure your sister is like a government spy or something, just trying to steal your tea. Because that's not what normal human beings do. That's something lizard people do. I'm pretty sure that's like a red flag straight up. That's how you know aliens are among us, you know? When they start drinking cold tea. That's the first sign, really. That's when you should like inform your government, local government agencies, be like, I'm pretty sure we've been invaded. There's somebody drinking cold tea. No iced tea, cold tea. I repeat, officer, cold tea. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold, okay? You gotta do something. They're still there. They're still drinking it. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Just like the entire FBI unit rocks up. Just like choppers outside just start swarming in the perimeter. Like this special force unit just rocks in. Evacuates the entire neighborhood. I'll just shoot, honestly. It's not laughing matter now that if we take it seriously.
Shine down! The mortal plane.
Right, that was a little bit of a miscommunication on my part. Raiden just peaced out.
I'm feeling a little...
Greg, I don't know about that one. I mean, do you keep your tea warm at least? Please tell me you do not drink it cold. Because if you are,
Benny's adventure team.
that is honestly unforgivable. You might as well just, you know, you gotta repent at that point to Jean-Li.
No life lasts forever.
I don't know what happened. You didn't see anything, okay? We're not commenting on how every single unit died. You know what? We're just gonna go with Raiden. We're gonna show everyone the true power of lightning. And what it's all about. You know what, actually, no. Let's restart it. Let's run it back. Nothing happened. I was just baffled by Greg's honest, statement. It just like gave me a Winter Soldier episode. Just like my entire brain just shut down for a second. If your teacher told you to drink cold tea, you should report them, honestly. You should report child abuse. Because if that's not one, I don't know what is. No adult should be forced to drink cold tea, let alone child. That is unbelievably cruel. Honestly, your teacher should be ashamed.
Shine down.
Alright, you goddamn swine. Let's do it again. I'll show you the true power of tea making.
Be still.
Commit it to memory. Really hurt. Hey.
How dare you defy our Lord and Savior John Lee's word. Jeff, I don't think we can do it because it's a main quest. So I'm pretty sure I need to do it alone. As unfortunate as it is, I do appreciate the gesture though.
Cascade.
But yeah, we should be fine. It's just like the flying rune guards just messed me up a little bit. Need to concentrate there for a second.
Commit it to memory.
Be still.
I'm pretty sure it's because I'm not like in the middle of a quest itself, but it's alright, Jeff, no worries.
That's the Abyss Order. Ruin guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin guards roaming around too. Is that just a coincidence? Or...
I don't believe in coincidences, Paimon. The only coincidence I believe in is the fact that John Lee haven't shared his tea recipe with us yet. Because that was truly heartbreaking for me when he said no. Because I asked and he was like, not today. You gotta find your own tea recipe. You gotta find your own way. And those words stuck with me throughout my journey throughout Teir. And I've never been the same since.
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago.
Oh, hey, Mark. Hopefully you're doing okay.
Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
We're talking about trees here, Paimon. Pretty self-explanatory. Come on. Keep up.
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Honestly, I was about to comment, like, the music just started playing again. I think my YouTube just freezes every now and again, like, it goes on a pause. But you know what? It was fitting.
Huh? Khaenri'ah?
I actually might use this as an outro, honestly, now that I think about it, for streams. I might put it on when I'm doing my outro. Because I didn't notice it, but it was in the playlist that I found. And it kind of slaps, honestly.
Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation?
The thing is, it's not the actual 2018 outro. It's oh, is it? No. It's a remixed version from Nefex. It was done 2 months ago, Greg. So don't you give me that. I know there is an outro like that by was it Fat Red? I think. But no, it's a remix. So yeah.
Speaking of Conria, that's really a super ancient name.
Oh, I do remember those. Goddamn, that's a dark times, honestly.
Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Conria was... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
I was joking about Winter Soldier episode, but Aether actually had it. Just rocks back in his chair. Just start going into trance.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
Well, it was a long journey, Dainsleif. It was a terrible fate. I saw people die in front of my eyes. I saw tea plantations being burned to ashes. There were many sacrificed tea soldiers along the way. I tried to save as many as I could, but unfortunately, it was too late. There just wasn't enough time. It was terrible. I only managed to save 5 tea leaves. I still keep them to this day. It's truly a tragedy unlike any others. Many brave tea leaves were lost that day. Millions, really. I still have nightmares of that day. I'm glad you asked. It brought back painful memories, but I hope that helps with your little investigation going on. But yeah, Aether just like starts pondering, like longingly staring into the distance, into the sunset, and like, what a day. just keeps like saying nothing while Dainsleif just like awaits the answer.
You better watch out now. I figured something out. What this whole life's about. Yeah.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
Oh right, there was unknown god first, like Aether just remembers after 12 hours talking about tea. Oh yeah, I do remember that one. That goddamn wench tried to steal all my tea? Unbelievable. I'm still getting my revenge on that. She still has all my tea powers. She stole them all.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
Arguable? But sure.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
Well, clearly long enough to achieve the greatness of tea making. Our sister is like the final boss tea maker. And like the final face-off we're gonna have against her is like Food Wars episode. Where we're just gonna like make the best tea possible. And the only judge is Zhongli. And whoever impresses Zhongli is the true winner of them all. And achieves the greatness. And wins everything in life, including Celestia and Teia itself. As well as Zhongli's true love. And like the final moment is us getting married to Zhongli. The happiest moment of them all. Us achieving everything we want in life. With a teacup in one hand and Jean-Li's hand in another, we stroll into the sunset, never to be seen again.
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Kanria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago.
Right, let me change up the music a little bit, just so we have something new to listen at, because I think the playlist are looping. Let's see. Let's go with this one. I think this one will do fine. A little bit of a pick me up step music for you guys. Do not fall asleep there.
It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Kanria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Kanria. Am I right?
Yes, you are correct. Dainsleif, give me a second. Have a good one, Greg. I hope you have a good rest. And remember, may Jean-Li bless you in your dreams. And the golden leaves bless your nightmares. Because I'm sure you're gonna have both from hearing so much about tea today.
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
Well, you see, Paimon, time travel is a thing. All you really need to do is believe. And drink like 10 gallons of tea at the same time, and you just unlock the power of time travel. It's a feat no many can achieve, but many dream of. I'm just gonna link every single possible like storyline with tea today and see how far we can get it.
I probably know more about Kanria than both of you.
Alright, bad. Bad, Dainsleif. Well, let's start going off on the trivia show. Like, trivia show music starts playing, and it's us against Dainsleif just facing off.
Kanria was a nation without a god, not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with.
Like, Wheel of Fortune music starts playing, we just start spinning the wheel. How about this is Nation for 500? Thank you very much. Just beat Dainsleif in his own game.
It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
I mean, that is a plan, Alex. That's what we all should strive towards.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that?
They don't have tea anymore? What a godless heathen they are. Unbelievable.
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Kanya.
By destroying every single tea plantation that ever existed. It was truly a saddening fact. Many people were thirsty that day. And it's something I have nightmares of till this day. Truly saddening.
The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
Those goddamn gods wanted all the tea for themselves. Those greedy bastards uprooted every single tea leaf that we garnered with our strength and took it for themselves. That is why I wage this war against the greedy gods, to get our pride and joy, the golden leaves themselves.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Alright, Dainsleif, I hear you loud and clear. We are on that quest to find the leaves. And we'll do whatever it takes to achieve our goal. Because you'll only be my witness. We're gonna find them leaves. If it's the last thing we do. I feel like this is pretty suitable music for the mood right now, since we are on a quest for the immortality itself. And that's what you truly achieve when you find the leaves. It's like Infinity Stones, you gotta find 7 colored leaves. That when combined, provide you the power, they surpasses God themselves.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of Conria.
Alex, do not do that. Like, jokes aside, do not wake up at 5 AM to drink tea. There's plenty of tea drinking time across this day. You gotta savor the tea. You don't want to drink too much of it. Otherwise, you're gonna get tea poisoning, and that's not something you want to do. I know it's blasphemous to say as it is, but sometimes you gotta, you know, drink something except tea, like water. Just to, you know, appreciate the greatness of the tea when you're actually drinking it. Because when you drink just the pure godly nectar that is tea, you kind of lose the perception of what greatness that is. So you gotta mix it up every now and again.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
Oh, do you need to like travel to school? That's why you wake up so early? Cause that's pretty rough if you do. I can't imagine waking up that early every single time. I usually can't get out of bed till like 8, and that's minimum.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
I can definitely relate to that, Alex. I mean, I have rough time to get out of bed, even on weekends, let alone on like weekdays. It usually takes me good like 10 to 20 minutes to just open my eyes more than anything. let alone get out of the bed.
After the destruction of Kanrian, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat, perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time. They found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose.
Oh, no worries, Doug. I mean, I'll probably be rounding up at some point anyway, after we finish this quest. But hopefully you have good rest. And I'll see you next time. No worries.
Illusion shattered.
Sharing my knowledge. This way through a little.
Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Going in. Ha!
That's a pretty questionable angle right here that we got ourselves into. A predicament, if I saw any. Ayato is just like stuck between the realms.
Shine down.
Committed to memory.
There we go. That's much better.
Huh? This abyss mage dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
May the tea leaves reign supreme upon her greatness. Truly wise words.
What? Is that what it says?
Indeed so, Paimon. I mean, I didn't make it up. It's what it says on the paper.
Loom of Fate, initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine?
Could be.
From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osial, Overlord of the Vortex.
It all begins with the purest water of them all. That's what you gotta get. Get the best tea possible. The recipe truly only select few can master. And only select few can even taste. So we gotta get on with it.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osial?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident, though you may not have been aware of it at the time. You were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osial, just as they did Dvalin?
That is a wise words right there, Alex. If your tea doesn't melt your body and soul, then is it truly a tea?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osial's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osial's body.
Is that even possible? It
That honestly sounds pretty sick. I would like to see that.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Kanria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Kanria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osial's limbs to construct a mechanized god.
I guess this was Scaramouche 1.0 in its preconceived stage.
And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get at least like 8 of them. Those Statue of Seven are not even guarded. You can just take it, really. Nobody's gonna stop you.
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie Statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation?
Sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Ooh, that was rough. Plenty of stuff to do. I think we'll probably just do like daily commissions quickly and round it up at that. I think I'll probably stream tomorrow if I have a little bit more time, just to finish up this Dane's Lift quest and then probably do the Inazuma speedrun, if you will. Because I kind of want to do that. Or if I'm not going to be live tomorrow, we'll probably do the entirety of Inazuma on Sunday and just do like prerequisite stuff on Saturday.
Illusion shattered.
Because I do plan to be live on both Saturday and Sunday, so it should be fun.
Cascade.
There we go.
There is no escape.
Jeff, if you want to join, you can join now. I'm sorry I couldn't let you in earlier, but the story quest wouldn't allow me to continue if you were to join, unfortunately. There you go, Jeff. There we go. Let's see. Oh, nice. There's 2 in the same location. Saves us a little bit more time to not climb there, because that would be a little bit annoying.
I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to kill this.
Oh, it's one of those. I hate these balloon ones. It's so goddamn annoying. Alright, good work, Jeff. What I call teamwork. Let's see, there's one more here. I guess we might as well do resin run. Yeah, I hate those goddamn balloon ones. They're so annoying to deal with. Because sometimes they go through like terrains that you can't even hit unless you have like a ranged unit. So unless you have like Ganyu or someone, yeah, they're so annoying to deal with. Although you can cheese them by actually like standing on top of them. So if you get on top of them, as I was trying to do before they actually get away, I think you can just keep bashing them and not actually fall off. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good one to do today, because this one is part of like storyline. So this quest, in case you guys aren't aware, basically there's like a entire chain that you have to complete before you actually get this one. It's related to like medicine. It's from a guy that like stays in the fountain of Plaza in Mondstadt. And after you complete that, you basically need to help his sister to become an adventurer. It's like the whole convoluted quest that has like 12 different variations you need to complete in order to get an achievement. And honestly, it's annoying. Let's see. I just wanted to check because I don't want to like mess it up and then not get the other one. So I'm just checking the guide in case there's something special we need to do. Because I think this is the last quest. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, there's nothing like too special going on. I just wanted to make sure so we don't mess it up.
Not to worry, huh?
Jeff, living on the edge is what truly matters. I was gonna skip the dialogue because it's something too important. Just get it over with quicker. Alright, let's go. Alright, I think I need to take a picture of this, so let's do that. There we go. Then we need... Ooh, that's a pretty far one.
Why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like Hutao personally, but I feel like just Hutao needs Zhongli to support her in order to not die preemptively. Because like when Hutao paired with Zhongli, she can just stay at 1 HP forever and just do like crazy damage. Jeff, you won't heal if you like leave quickly. You only heal if you like stand right next to the statue, I think. Pretty sure at least. Alright, let's take the picture of this. There we go. It's very annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, if you do C6 her, yes, but I don't know if it's worse to C6 Hutao nowadays, or any character for that matter. Because at the end of the day, constellations don't actually do that much. Like, you can just beat everything in Genshin with C0 characters. Like, you don't really need constellations. The only reason why you would want constellations if you want to flex on other people. That's the only reason, really. Why anyone would get C6 characters. They might not say that it's the reason, but we all know it is. Alright, here we are. Let's take a picture of this. There we go. Alright, I think that's all. Let's go report back. There we go. I mean, honestly, I didn't know you can heal with statues for like the first months of playing Genshin. I would heal all my characters with food before then. Because I thought that's what the food was for. So you heal with it. And the way I did realize that you heal with statues is by randomly just walking around it one day. So yeah, for the first months of playing Genshin, I would literally just heal with food. And that was the only time I would cook food as well in Genshin. So yeah, fun fact for you guys. Not so fun, but you know, fact nonetheless. Alright, Jeff, let's go kill some bosses quickly, and after that, I think we'll probably round it up there. To be fair, I don't blame anyone that doesn't know about food, because, like, food is not required. There's literally not a single situation where you need food. Even as a beginner, really. The only reason why you would need food is if you just refuse to use Statue of the Seven, or healers in general. Because, like, all the buffs that food gives you are, like, non-required whatsoever. And you can't even use it in Abyss either, so like, that would be the only place where I would think of using food. But since you can't, it's like, it's kind of useless, really, because why would you use food against like regular bosses? They all die in one hit anyway. So yeah, it's kind of useless. God damn, Jeff, flexing on me with your hotel damage. Is your hotel not like fully stacked though? I'm pretty sure you have stuff of Holma as well, so it shouldn't be random. I'm pretty sure your hotel just does a lot of damage in general. Oh, is your like crit rate and crit damage ratio like all messed up?
Take it easy.
Shine down.
There we go. Alright, let's see where you go. Oh, I see. Why don't you have any pyro damage though on Hotel? Are you not using Pyro Goblet? Why are you using Attack Goblet? Is it like a thing for Hotel? Or you just don't have one? I mean, your build is fine, except that attack cup, because that's a bit unusual. Oh, I see. Well, fair enough, I guess. I mean, I thought you use Witch on Hotao. I didn't know Shimenawa was even a thing, really. I saw Crimson Witch was like the meta for Hotao, but maybe no. I mean, it has been a while since I played with Hotao. So it could be that now she just rocks up with Shimenawa, I guess. But then again, farming Crimson Witch is a tragedy in of itself, because you usually get a Lava Walker. Because I remember when I used to farm for my Diluc, it was heartbreaking, to say the least, because the amount of resin I wasted for useless artifacts I would get. And the worst thing was I would get insane Lava Walker artifacts as well. Like, I think I got my best cup ever with like over 45 crit value on it. If I can find it, just give me a sec. I don't know. My characters are hidden. I wanted to show you, but yeah, there's basically a cup on my Diluc, which is Lava Walker, and it's goddamn insane. It's the best cup I ever had, and it's Lava Walker, which is ironic. I mean, Crimson, I'm pretty sure is her best in slot.
Illusion shattered.
The only unfortunate thing about Crimson is the hardware artifact it's with is bad. At least I understand why you would put Shimenawa, because like if you farm the emblem, Shimenawa is actually pretty good as well. Alright, let's see who else can we quickly get rid of. Let's go fight this flower thingy. Not sure why, but we got asserted dominance. I mean, I hope that with Dea we're gonna get new like pyro artifacts. I hope at least. Because if I'll need to farm Crimson once again, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Because I do plan to get Dea on this account. And I don't know one farm Crimson. Because that's gonna be painful, to say the least.
There is no escape.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't like bother farming like gold rolls on Crimson, because the thing is, with Crimson, I don't think it's worth farming like gold tier artifacts with like about 40 crit value, because at the end of the day, you're just gonna waste a bunch of resin, even if you do get something good in the end, and I just don't think it's worth it, because you just can spend the same amount of value like in Shimenawa and Emblem dungeon and get much better stuff for it. Yeah, I'm just saying for Dea because I have this. Since I lost, not even 50-50, just in general, lost on Weapon Banner and I go on Wolf's Gravestone, I thought, well, I might as well get Dea then. Because at the end of the day, at least with Dea, I'm gonna have a use for it. Because I don't have anyone else to use it on, so yeah. But yeah, after this, I think we'll probably be done for the day. I'm sure you guys tired as well. Probably late for you.
Illusion shattered.
There we go. Alright guys, I think at this we'll probably finish up for today. Just let me claim this real quick. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had fun today. And tomorrow, not sure if I'm gonna stream, probably not. But we'll definitely be streaming both on Saturday and Sunday. So that's something to look forward to. But yeah, anyway, I know it's late for both of you probably as well. So I hope you have a good rest. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. And remember, Zhongli is with us. If you have any troubles in your life, just remember, Zhongli is always there for you. As other my, really. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.